Okay, so today's stick is a Macanudo Maduro. It is 8 by 42. Is that a Panatella? Does it count as a Panatella? I think. As you can see by the band, and it is dark brown, some gold trim, gold lettering, and some cream color background. Kind of a basic Macanudo style band. The wrapper, very dark, a bit veiny. There's some veins in there, some really good veins. It is box pressed. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can get a little glimpse of that right there. Yeah, and there's the tip. Now with box pressed, I almost always find, a soft spot, and actually, yeah, there's a couple. I don't know if it's just the nature of the box pressing or what, but box press cigars, in my experience, tend to be not as rigid, softer, I guess, a little bit. There's a little more give in when you press on them than you normally would see, and the construction is consistent. It's pretty much the same all the way through. I guess maybe to get it into the box press, it's got to be a little. You got to roll it a little looser, maybe. I don't know, but that's what it seems like to me. And the wrapper has got some light and dark areas. You can see that real well. I don't think there's anything. This here looks pretty good, and toothy as all get out. I mean, it is just, it's almost as if the wrapper just had nothing but bumps all over it. It's just amazing. So tobacco, there's a note there, earthy note. I'm not quite sure. It reminds me of that odor when you're driving in the country and you pass by a dairy farm. Yeah, it kind of does smell a little like manure. There's kind of a manure note there. Now, don't get me wrong. I love that smell when I'm driving through the country and all of a sudden that odor comes in. It's like, oh, wow, I know I'm in the country. And it's not an entirely unpleasant odor. I mean, yeah, and if you're not used to that, if you're, a city person and you drive through the country and that odor hits you, you're probably not going to like it too much. But for people who are used to that, there's almost kind of a sweetness to that kind of aroma. Hard to explain, but who cares? But anyway, well, definitely not sweetened, but also not any real flavor at all. All right, let's give it a cut. That's kind of a small cut. Again, with these pass-through guillotines, it's kind of hard to judge exactly where to cut. I'm going to try this. We'll see. Well, let's give it a cold draw. See what we get from a cold draw. That's kind of hard. Yeah. That's better. That's much better. I always like that contrast between the dark Maduro wrapper and the much lighter colored filler. It just something about it. You expect. You see this dark wrapper, you expect the tobacco inside to be also dark. I wonder what that tastes like. but cold draw. Ooh. There's a note of chocolate in there. Definitely heavy on the tobacco, the old leather, burnt cedar kind of flavor, but definitely a note of chocolate in there. And something else, kind of a fruity flavor. A little bit of, maybe that's where that sweetness and the aroma is coming from. All right, well, let's give it a shot. New lighter. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck was that? All right. That kind of blasted off. That wasn't really, maybe it's, I guess it's turned up too much. Interesting flavor. The tobacco flavor is kind of like an undercurrent there, but the most prominent flavor has a sweetness to it. And what is that? Not really sure. Huh. It's unusual. It's not what I usually get from a Maduro cigar. And it's subtle, but it's there. Yep. Yeah, I've always liked Macanudos. Macanudos were my first serious premium cigar that I started smoking. And in fact, I believe it wasn't Maduro, but it was this style. They weren't box pressed, they were round, but I do believe they were 8x42s. Got it as a box of them as a gift from my brother. Come to think of it, I think this is the only time I've ever had a Macanudo Maduro. Now watch me go back through my old videos and I'll find another Macanudo Maduro that I smoked. Hey, I'm an old man. My memory ain't what it used to be. So anyway, but that's good. I like that. And as you can see, it's box pressed. They have a tendency not to burn evenly, and this is getting a little off right there, but it's not doing too bad. That is pretty good. Good smoking.